friends, welcome back. We're back in the garage. It's been a little while. Some stuff's happened with the WRX, some stuff has happened with the BMW, but today we have an easy mod. We're just gonna do some basic taillight overlays on the 2016 WRX STI. Let's do it. So this is the stock 2015 and up Subaru WRX and STI taillight. A lot of people hate on this taillight. They say, you know, looks like a Corolla, or they just don't like the looks of it. I actually don't think it's a bad looking taillight. I think it actually looks pretty good. So we're not gonna do anything crazy here. I basically bought a set of vinyl decals, or vinyl, I don't know what you call it, vinyl film, I guess. All we're gonna do is attempt, I'm not totally sold on this yet. I kinda wanna see how it looks. Basically, I bought a set of the light smoke, just to cover basically this center section. This is the turn signal and the reverse light. I'll show you kind of like at the end of the video, the difference between this without film and this with film. But basically, my goal is just to get a little bit tiny of a dark look here. Nothing crazy. I don't like when these are black, like totally blacked out. Just enough where like you might not even notice, you wouldn't even know that it's film, or you wouldn't even know that it's been smoked. There, you know, a lot of cars, or a lot of like more higher end performance-y stuff sometimes will come with like little accents on taillights and headlights. Actually, these cars, the headlights are already pretty dark. It's kind of like a thing now. I used to have a 2006 330 BMW, and they had these things called the black line taillights, and basically like they were the standard taillights with just a little hint of darkness to them. Takes a little bit of the chrominess out of the light, and I think it looks really good. So we're gonna try it here. This might turn into one of those like Last Humans Garages videos where my particularness just, you know, I can't stand it and I rip them off. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes, and let's go ahead and get started. So first up, we had to order the part. So I ordered this. Basically, this is a kit. Comes straight from Subi Speed. 2 different vinyl pieces, 1 for each side. I don't know what this is. Oracle Transparent 8300. So I'm hoping, you know, on here it looks a little bit darker than I was hoping to get, but my hope is it's just enough. I mean, it's cut perfectly. The headlight itself, or the taillight itself, is like super flat here, so it should be easy to put on. It shouldn't take a whole lot of massaging around corners and stuff. I have a heat gun just because I have one, just in case we need to massage it a little bit. I have basically some soapy water to spray on the light and to spray on the film, just to kind of give myself some time to position it around. But have you ever done this on like the previous gen WRX hatches, or I guess they might have made them for the sedans as well, but the hatch was really the ones everybody hated, right? The chrome lights. Everybody always says taillight overlays. I did as well. And going around the sides of the light were always like really a pain. There's like a bubble on the side of the light where the reflector or something sticks out. My God, it took a long time to get that done, and I did it myself. You can get tint shops to do it, but this should be pretty straightforward. It's pretty easy. First things first, you really want to clean the light off really well. This is just a like soap and water mixture. Somebody's getting it in the background out there. Anyway, you want to really clean off this light because you don't want any contaminants under the film when you spray this on. I've already cleaned this a few times, but just do it again for the camera. I'm all about the camera. So anyway, you want to make sure the light is really clean. I might actually put up the trunk in a minute when we actually do this to give myself some room here, but you don't want anything on the light. You might, you know, some people probably use like alcohol or something to clean it up perfectly, but this should be enough. All right, step 2, after you clean the light, make sure you have the right film. This is the correct side that it goes on. Looks like they cut it just about perfectly. So the basic idea is with any vinyl, usually you want the surface wet and sort of soapy. You want the vinyl itself wet and sort of soapy, so you can position it around as you'd like. And then you're gonna slowly kind of push the water out from underneath it, let it sit in place, use heat where needed. Yeah, pretty straightforward. So let's give it a shot. We're gonna spray this down so it's nice and wet. I'm gonna peel our vinyl off carefully. So one thing I don't like about how they ship this is they ship it in like this little tube, and it's curled up. You don't want the vinyl to stick to itself. So I'm gonna spray it as I go here, just in case. So the vinyl's wet, the light's wet. Basically going to set it on here. And it looks like it's actually cut to fit. I don't know if you can see this, but there's kind of a red line where this, whatever they call this brake light, sort of fits. You can see I can slide this around because it's wet. Basically, you want to get it lined up as perfect as possible, because this might be a little more forgiving because it's not super dark, but when you're ready, you can sort of start pushing, start squeegeeing the water out. I don't know what I did with my squeegee. Here's a little squeegee thing. Alright, forgive me, my camera died. That's what I get for not using my camera for like a month. But basically, this is the vinyl basically installed. You didn't miss much. I haven't done the edges yet. Let's see if I can set this down here. I haven't done this edge yet. They give you a little bit of excess here. So this is the part that you may want to have the heat gun for, just to kind of fold it around the side. But the rest of it, I literally just use my finger / a towel just to kind of push out the excess water. There's still a little bit here on the side, as you can see. So yeah, we'll just continue working on that. Maybe heat gun this side a little bit, and I'll see if I can find a box or something to set you guys on. You're sitting on my Mishimoto radiator box, so maybe feel special. So I'm just gonna heat it a little bit around the sides. You can kind of see the film pucker right here. The film basically will shrink and give you a little bit more to work with here. Alright, so this side's done. Hopefully you guys can sort of see this. It's pretty easy. This whole top side is really easy. This bottom corner is kind of like where I worked it all to. And there is a little lip that goes around the side here. It's kind of on the taillight itself. Like there's where this black line is, basically there's a lip. Holds water, so it's a little bit hard to get the water out near the end. But just work it a little bit. I use the heat gun around the side here. And you know, you can't even really tell there's vinyl on there. The great thing about vinyl is if you screw it up, you know, so this was like a $10, $15 kit, just buy it and try it again, you know? What do you got to lose? It's vinyl, peel right off. All right, it's kind of dark in my garage. Just trying to give you kind of a general depth of how much darkness you're gonna get here. I'd like to see it in the sunlight. You know, I'll probably post pictures on Instagram or something once it's done in the sunlight. It does look kind of a little bit darker than I wanted in here, but when the light was on it, you know, it lit up pretty well. Doesn't look quite as dark. I don't know. I'm still deciding if I love it or not. that's it. Pretty easy. Not super smoked. This is the light smoke if you go with Subi speed. There's other places that have it. I think it's gonna look pretty good. I gotta wait and see how it looks in the daylight before I decide if I really wanna keep it or not. Probably should take you 30 minutes maybe if you you know, aren't filming and trying to find the best camera angle and such. So yeah, pretty straightforward. Just put the vinyl on. It's a flat surface. It's easy to do. The hardest part for me was this kind of bottom corner here, and heat gun or hair dryer will help you out pretty significantly in that corner. Past that, if you follow me on Instagram, you don't have to, but I got a couple of followers on there. I put up pictures periodically, and one of the reasons I've been kind of indisposed for the last month or so is I ran into some issues with the BMW that you know, some repair that had been done to it in its past that caused me some problems when I was doing just some basic track maintenance. I was trying to get around to, you know, doing the stuff that is on that list that we need to complete before I can actually drive it on the track. And, you know, one thing led to another, and the car basically wasn't drivable. Today, actually, it had to be towed to a shop to get the fix done to it. It's not, I'll get to it in a later video, but it's pretty annoying, and it is what it is. It's just kind of what you get into when you work on old cars. So yeah, I've just been trying to figure out what to do with the car, how to fix it. Could I do it? Could a shop do it? Et cetera, get a tow truck scheduled, all that jazz. So in the meantime, I've been driving the WRX. Starting to get warmer outside, so getting the itch to get back out here and really get some projects going. That is a massive spider. Hold on. Oh God. I don't do spiders. Anyway, yeah, so taillight tint, it's not a very cool way to put it. Taillight overlays, they are a thing. Some people like them, some people don't. I think it gives it a little bit sportier look, gives it a little bit more contrast. You know, I like the dark wheels with the silver, a little bit of dark tails with the silver. I don't like when this section is just blacked out, and I definitely don't like when the whole light's blacked out. But got any questions, shoot me a comment, whatever you guys want to do. Glad to be back. Good to see you guys again, and stick around. Got some cool stuff coming for the M3. I did get this tinted. Again, I put the picture up on Instagram. It's the legal limit in Virginia, 50% in the front, 35 in the back. Police are very strict around here, and I've gotten tickets for tint in the past, so might as well keep it legal, keep the police officers safe, and yeah, that's all I got today. Good seeing you guys. Until next time, bye-bye.